Now progressing towards, again continuing the game in Bolotarian Palace again, going forward to Inner Ward, and which means that I am approaching the main palace. As I was to say, things don't look particularly friendly in this place. Somehow it doesn't surprise. Yeah, there are things in chariots, and of course everything in here is now tougher and more dangerous, and of course as direct consequence of it also means that they will give more money. And there's this side path to a door key, which means I need a key. That means I need a key, and that location is actually quite important because generally there's very little side paths in Demon's Souls, but Bolotarian Palace is basically the only one where they actually do have some sort of emphasis and rolling flaming rocks or fireballs, whatever you want to call them, would have been a very dangerous thing to have smashing into you. And those were... Yeah, and there's the boil encrusted fat official. Yes, god damn it, go to a doctor, your skin's real bad shape. Oh, and the god was flattened. But there are some Bolotarian soldiers more than capable of attacking me. And here, well, they don't... The movesets have remained the same, but, well, they do more damage. Meaning they're basically, well, they remain challenging. Over to say, challenge doesn't go away even with the... So let's just equip the late moon grass because, well, and I say that the basic design of the game makes it so that it is highly recommended to be attack from distance if you can. And that one that one is assassin. Yep. They got ninja warrior. Bolotarians got ninja warriors in here, or assassins, however you wanna call it. They are agile, they are stealthy, and they will kill you really fast if you let them. And also they've got the thief rings, meaning you can't really spot them from afar. You have to get close, which means that they are that near, which usually means that near that they're gonna they're gonna find you, and they're gonna they will spot you, and it's gonna cause you death. But all these big building structures and all those are not something that you are meant to explore. You only explore the outside. Yeah, arrow to his face, rolling fireball, rolls down. And I know that there's an ambush around here. Yep, that was just a regular roundhouse kick that assassin gave me. And it almost knocked out about half of my health. Yep. I'm not saying that getting a roundhouse kick to your head doesn't hurt, because it will, and it does. But that is quite much disproportionate level of damage. Yep, and they don't get staggered easy. Luckily, it's part of a combo that they do, and their durability is not particularly high, so it's balanced. And a crossbowman lurking in the dark as well. I am not doing any really deep exploration of this place still now, as I'm still... What does this read? Beware of thieves ahead. Yep, that means there's an ambush. Couple of soldiers with crossbows over there. And fat officials in this place seem to be carrying very big and heavy weapons. Which I personally don't find... It's almost like the rate of amount of damage enemies do in here, at least in my level of health that I've accumulated myself, is more or less something that you take one hit and then you are gonna have to take a healing. And in the original one, the amount of health recovery items was basically unlimited. As much as you could carry, you could take health recovery items. That soldier with chainmail almost surprised me. What does this say? Time for rolling. Keep rolling. Luckily that guy didn't spot me from here. And this guy is called the Dreggling Merchant. He looks bad.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling me?
Yeah, he's quite bad looking, but he's a friendly guy. Sells equipment. Basically all the same equipment right from the start of the game. So nothing really unusual.
Oh, the king! He's gone mad like the rest of them. Or perhaps he was mad in the first place. I can never tell with those eccentric royal oafs.
Oh yeah.
Brave knight or lowly fodder. The demons snatched their souls regardless of their station, plummeting them all into madness. And those who dare cling to their humanity were hunted down. It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it. But hell, at least the demons don't send us to our deaths in battle. Or perhaps he was mad in the first place. Hard times, eh? I'm sure he'll turn things around.
Oh yeah, he's quite crazy. And I did some checking which noted that the original voice actors, well, they re-recorded voice lines of the game, which, well, you can say many things. Well, yeah, no mercy about taking cheap shots and not being particularly sportsmanlike. Sportsmanlike and Souls games are mutually very exclusive things, especially because the game itself has very little sportsmanlike behavior, sportsmanlike traits. So the game, so there's no Red Knights, more Bolotarian Knights, meaning oh. Where the hell did I manage to drop myself? I hope it wasn't dead end. Looks like I did film. Damn it, I got myself into a dead end. Yeah, I can't smash that door either. Damn, gotta break the recording so you get back there. It was no need to jump back to Nexus or that, because of the ability to vault over walls, but it was still quite inconvenient. It took more time to figure out the thing instead of actually get to do the thing. Yeah, I can see you're quite cheerful fellow over there. Is that guy so... Well, fat officials, at least this one, carry a big axe. Those which appear at the Stonefang tunnels usually carry they carry another kind of weapon, and the iron keyring is actually quite important and useful item. Another soldier down. Bolotarian soldiers are... That's quite realistic appearing medieval style armor. Kettle hat. And if I remember right, British World War I and later World War II. Helmet called Brody. Based on Brody, on that kettle hat. Big circle around, give a big choppy swing to its head. And there's this little platform over here, just with the loot. Storied hero soul, nothing really miraculous or impressive or magical. Just handy little piece of loot for you to take and keep and plunder and assassin. Assassins are most, I said, they would be the most dangerous basic enemies, at least of the Bolotarian Palace. But luckily they are that numerous. But of course, they usually are placed into ambush places, so they are dangerous. Well, every enemy in Souls games is something that you can't just shrug them off. Oh yeah, a flaming ball of fiery. Enemy without a shield means enemy which gets very quickly chopped down. And for some reason, knights around this part of Boletarian Palace do not carry shields, they carry big swords, which makes of course them way more dangerous when they hit you, but way less dangerous when you are hitting them. Luckily, demonic possession or whatever there is infesting the whole Boletaria and breaking it down to different locations, and and demonic mist covering the rest of them areas. It's luckily very much plenty of soldiers, meaning plenty of targets for arrows and other projectile weapons. It's it's good thing that the arrows remain useful in this game. Because, well, later Souls games all made arrows much less useful. Even though projectile attacks should always be... Well, of course, I'd say that the projectile attacks... Yeah, if the game is basically based on hand-to-hand combat, you don't want to make projectile attacks too powerful, but you also don't want the projectile attacks to be completely useless and useless in sense that let's just yep. Hit detection was actually quite good. Yeah, hit arrow right to the joint, around the hip. Painful spot, I would guess. But of course I would well, because I have to, well, I'm here to say things about design. Location wise, I'd say that Boletarian Palace is one of the most consistently good locations of this game. Because of the oh yeah, and there's also three heavily armored knights over there. And of course that big fat official I've been hunting right through the game. Arrow to the back. More arrows to the back. Come on, boy. Yep, they go down, all of them. Very unceremoniously, just rudely peppered full of arrows from the shelter, protective location, which is everything but brave, but it is very, very, very effective because it gets results. So another set of stairs to walk, and a couple of Bolotarian soldiers as well, of the favorite kind, archers and shield men. But luckily archers are not particularly known from being very smart. Demon archer, gargoyle archers were actually smarter in the sense that they knew how to run away. And there's a fat official. A couple of pieces of spice. Backstab. Yeah. That hurt. And there's a battle going on. So let's just open the gate. And that oops. Let's throw you. Yeah, the soul remains. They are luckily very efficient at they actually work as distractions. And there was some knights, which once they died, dropped lots of their stuff. And here's Ostrava again.
You saved my life. This is all. Now I must go.
So he is actually a prince. Yeah, now I'm unintentionally demonstrating and demonstrating the game's pure clear stone. That's quite handy stuff. But now I got myself the key set. I'm going in here. Actually, I'm first gonna do a little bit of clearing first because there's a quite interesting little locations ahead, and I don't wanna that if I would have to refight against those 3 armored knights over there. Yeah, there's the official running away again behind the mist wall. Yeah, something big's up behind there, and he just ran right there. You get distracted, and then you get backstabbed, and then you get dead. Quite not the most bravest tactic, but it is very but it functions. Yep, you were distracted and you get killed because you were distracted. Well, 3 knights went down. I could go up, face the boss, but I am not facing the boss yet, because I have to do a little bit of a return trip. Do a little bit of a rescue work, which I already did by saving Ostrava. Because there's 2 rescue missions I must be doing, or I am doing, and one of them demands a little bit of, you could say, extremely gameplay design wise. For this game, it is very, you could say, convoluted set of subterfuge. But for the actual, you could say that in general sense, it would be very low level of stealth or trickery use, but in this game it would be very complex maneuver to figure out, because most of this game you've been just walking through the all kind of trash you face and making them die real quick and fast. But those guys I killed just because of it. Not because I had any specific need for it. But this door. Iron keyring is needed to open it, which leads to dungeon. Because, well, it's a prison, of course. There's prison cells with knowing state of Boletaria, abandoned corpses of abandoned prisoners, and all that kind of unpleasantness. Open this door as well. Open sesame, and I have the keys as well. Hello, fat prison guard. I wouldn't expect your kind to be here keeping the prison. Backstab. Those things, fat officials are also quite damn resistant to magics. Bloody iron key. This is also a little bit of a and the dragon screaming around here just because it's a very, and that is a tower shield. It's a big shield similar to Agitator's shield, but heavier, and it doesn't regenerate your health. And I don't remember, could you actually even enchant it to do so? But there's this one specific cell I'm intending to find, which I just did find. There's a interesting guy in here.
Who goes there? You killed that blooded sluggard for me. I'm called Bjorn, the elder of the twin fangs of Boletaria. I thank you. You deserve a handsome reward. Only I have none. Go on ahead. I shall sleep a while.
Yeah, that guy is something like the Onion Knight from the Sigward of the Dark Souls itself, except he doesn't have as funny looking armor, but similar kind of badass in trouble that you have to be rescuing. But I have to do a preparatory trip to Nexus to make the other rescue, which this location can deliver, which of course would mean more enemies. But suffice to say, it's at the little side area I already showed. I'll be there. Bjorn has appeared in Nexus. Let's have a chat.
My brother-in-arms, Valifax of the Twin Fangs, was a brave and mighty knight. And like myself, he was the master of more than the sword. Valifax's mind was sharper than most scholars. Dark times of the Forerunners. If our lord, with the esteemed help of Valifax, could not prevent it, then no one could have.
Oh yeah, he speaks grim stories about how kingdom has fallen.
Surely you've seen the lone stone tower that sprouts forth from the outer wall of Castle Boletaria? According to that spineless warden, a young sorceress is held prisoner there, where she is subject to untold acts in the name of purification. Regrettably, how long will those vermin dishonor the king's will?
Oh yeah, so he gives actually the hint about that location that you want to go there. And I will be going there right now. I have arrived at the place where there should be something, and as a disguise I am wearing the official's outfit. Original one you just needed to get the official's hat. But in this one they made it a full armor set. They added lots of these kind of little details. Even though I personally do think that the lighter armor sets are more favored by the developers in this game, not necessarily because of aesthetics, but because of how the gameplay goes. How gameplay, most important things of gameplay, get crippled by wearing heavy armor. But here is the one big, scary, lonely separate tower. Furniture, stairs going up. And as I came here, there were these stairs which were lowered down. And there's the official. Sorry, I just shift sides because I'm a traitor. Well, now the official has been slain. It is time to make the regular outfit. And go up there. Have a chat with her. She's got a nice hat.
Heavens, you came to save me.
Oh yes, I did.
Thank you. No, I am fine. With a little rest, I can soon walk. You go on ahead.
So yeah, now I rescued Yuria the Witch. There's plenty of quite many Souls games, or well, at least Dark Souls 3 had very similar looking witch to be rescued, and she did provide some way to learn magics, which happens in here as well. But now it's time to wade myself to the fog wall and see what's behind it. Now, approaching the fog wall, after cutting my path through the enemy hordes, it's time to see what kind of monstrosity of a demon lurks in here. Well, there's the fat official. Yeah, you know, I've killed lots of your kind. But not that kind. A gigantic armored knight with a two-handed sword called Penetrator. And Bjorn comes to fight me again with me. So, oops, sorry. I think I'm gonna resort to using the flame toss magic attack. And look at, and Bjorn does ludicrous amounts of damage to him. In level that you really don't need much, that he really doesn't need much aid. Well, I'm more like providing distractions to Penetrator, so Bjorn can go and hack it apart. Can I even get the finishing strike? Nope, I didn't. Penetrator is taken down. Well, you're a cheerful fellow. Let's have a talk with more. Actually no, I have to go to the Nexus to have a chat with our newest inhabitant, and I also got the silver soul. Plenty of gloomy folks around here, but let's just go and have a talk with Yuria here. What does she have to say?
Hello again. You saved me from great agony. I am sorry, for I cannot offer proper thanks. But should you have demon souls, I can teach you magic. Only my witchcraft is of a dark nature, and arouses suspicions. Why not try the magic of the great sage Freyg?
Well,
are you certain you wish to learn witchcraft? It would honor me to assist one such as you, but are you sure?
Actually, yes, I am. She teaches also. She quite much teaches fire magics, which of course means that there's several characters in the game who all basically provide services from exchange for demon souls, magics or miracles, but she gives magics.
Once, I lusted after demon souls. I passed the fissure into Boletaria, but became trapped by the Nexus. Then, the king's executioner, Meralda, chained me up inside that tower. My thirst for demon souls is no more. On the contrary, I find such power dangerous.
Well, one more service provider in here,
It is a dark art.
and nothing really interesting there. But next time I'll be going somewhere else.